facilitating class at this point. They are being, it's a KET program. It's facilitated at this point with a teacher through our related arts rotation. Also, in our primary, we are incorporating Spanish in the second grade with, they have already put together a program they're going to do this year. They include Spanish throughout the program, and that's going to be something that's continued on every year. And another way that they are incorporating it is simple ways. The other day I was doing a walkthrough, this will give you an idea, and I was in a kindergarten class, and the teacher was asking them, they were doing some math problems, and the teacher was asking them to answer the problems, and when they were answering them, she said, now give me that answer in Spanish. And they would give the Spanish number for that. So it's just easy ways like that that they're incorporating Spanish throughout the program.
Questions or comments? Anyone?
I like the idea about preparing them for the high school. That's a very good idea.
Thank you. Thank you, Doctor.
John, I just personally want to say I want to thank all your staff. When I'm in the building, it's amazing what they're doing. You've got a great team with them, and they work very hard. They work very hard. So, thank you all for what you do.
I just want to say, remind everybody again that October 3rd at 6:30, we're going to have a district celebration. Our assessment scores are still not public, so we can't say a whole lot. But I will tell you that no school, and I'm willing to wager lunch on this, but no school in the state of Kentucky will have more to celebrate than this school right here. And that's the entire state. I wish I could say more, but I'm afraid the Cape Rep police will hit me. So I'll just say this. Everybody please join us Monday night to help celebrate not only this school, all of our schools, but this school deserves it. The work is phenomenal. The results are phenomenal. Your kids, your staff, your entire community is to be commended. It's just outstanding stuff, and I can't wait till Monday night.
Thank you, Dr. Well, we have about 6 buses already.
Correct.
And we want to make sure all the parents know that anyone that wants to come, make sure they're there. We have a lot of good things to celebrate.
Thank you.
Thank you. That brings us to item 3 on the agenda, which is community comments to the Board of Education. Is there any students that would like to address the board? Parents, PTA, PTOs, SBDM council, classified employees, certified employees, FCEA, Principals Association, members of the Board of Education.
I would our attendance doing so wonderful. 96.5% is happening. Second, Eden Center Middle School 1 occasion Johnson County Middle School. The first time happened in the history of the Floyd County. Really wonderful.
It's our people. Thank you.
I know everybody.
Yes.
I like his idea. He was breaking all his stuff.
Any other comments? I just want to take this opportunity to say that a couple weeks ago I had an opportunity to attend the Kentucky Association of School Councils for their conference, and Stumble Elementary and Allen Elementary both had presentations. And I just want to commend them on the job that they've done. They've done an excellent job on presenting, and they presented back to back during that day. So had a great turnout, and they've done a wonderful job. We don't have anyone signed up to speak this evening. Did we miss someone? Thank you. We also want to thank our law enforcement for being here with us. That brings us to item 4 on the agenda. 4A is to receive the attendance, enrollment, and health aid service report. Questions or comments on that report? Motion received.
Make a motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Any opposed? So moved. 4B is to receive the athletic academic attendance report. Questions or comments on that report? Need a motion to approve
Motion.
or to receive, I'm sorry. Second.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Any opposed? So moved. Brings us to 5A, which is to receive the report of the superintendent. Questions or comments on that report? Motion.
Make a motion.
I can go through that and I don't know.
Is there a motion and a second? Any discussion? Any opposed? So moved. 5B is to receive the utility report for Betsy Lane Elementary School. Questions or comments on that report? Motion received.
Make a motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Any opposed? So moved. 5C is to consider and approve FY 2017 final working budget. Matt Wireman is here with us. You have a handout at your. You should have a handout. Has everybody got one? Man with all the money. is supposed to-
Put me here with that.
Don't encourage him anymore.
Good evening. I apologize for presenting you all with a revised version of the budget. Initially, we sent the budget out on the 14th, or I prepared it on the 14th and printed it. And at that time, it had everything in it that we had knowledge of at that time. Since publication, I've gotten the rest of the Head Start budget in, and we've done some September 15th adjustments. But the general fund budget in total didn't change. But it was in Fund 2. And those things happen. We know we get those grants throughout the year. We still got a couple Title VI and a couple others that's not been finalized. We haven't got all the documents in on those either. And those will happen as we'll input them as we get them. We got a brief presentation for you, Stephen. It will take a few minutes, unless you all got questions. We'll look at the revenue estimates for a general fund. We'll look at the summary of expenses. And the general fund, our carry forward this year was $6.3 million. Total revenue from all the local sources, which include taxes and interest and those kind of things, is $9.7 million. The total from state sources is $35.2 million, but of that, over $9 million, or around $9 million, is on behalf, which we never see. It's one of those things we have to budget on one side, budget on the other, and then make entries. Doesn't amount to anything, kind of overstates your budget. Total revenue from federal sources that comes to the general fund is around $350,000, and other receipts, which is our fund transfers in and our indirect costs, are $794,000. General fund, including on behalf, is $52,526,393, but the net amount is $43,678,548. Now, on the expenditure side, we have all staff budgeted and all funds. The fringe is also budgeted. You may have noticed going through the general fund, there may be some disproportionate amounts in the benefits side, and that's partly my fault because I still haven't got the accrued salary and benefits module down to an exact science. It does a great job putting salaries in, but it shortchanges a lot of the benefits and line items. So what I do is I'll go into a one account and put a larger amount to cover so that we have enough in the general fund to cover all the benefits. Then as the year progresses in the next month or so, I'll hit all the line items and try to get them all shored up so everything will be the same in total. It'll just be spread out in a different manner. All of our operational costs are budgeted with any anticipated increases that we look at trend data to do that. I've not been notified of any significant increases coming up. Section 6 for the schools still in there at $100 a kid. All the supplies, materials, services, travel, all those levels are consistent with prior years. In those areas where we would use the trend data, the school councils may one year decide they want to go one way and spend some money, they may decide the next year to go another way, so there may be some variations in those accounts. The contingency to $2 million, that's 4.3% of Fund 1 and Fund 51. We don't have any major expenses like buses or vehicles. We got a few maintenance vehicles in that we carried over that we approved last spring.
One question. What about, we won't need any new buses or any more new vehicles?
What we're going to be doing is we're going to be in the process of looking at doing what we done a couple years ago and using a KISTA note. And we're trying to determine exactly how many we're going to be able to purchase. And we'll be doing that coming back in October actually with a resolution for y'all to approve that.
And Dr. Gray, that was actually 4 years ago. And what we talked about to be able to sustain our bus fleet is to try to do one every 4 years. So we've actually always got two, but we're paying one off. So we're always operating with two KISTA notes. And I'll say it again publicly, I mentioned the other day in a meeting I was in downstate. Well, Matt, we're being funded what now, transportation? 59% from the state level. So that's about $1 million for us roughly annually that we're not getting. So that's why we're having to do KISTA notes to buy buses. But we are going to continue to recommend that to the board so we can make sure our students are in modern and updated safe buses.
And by using the KISTA this year, we'll get the buses in June. The payments for that, those notes won't start until next year, so they won't be in this year's budget. We'll be planning for that in next year's budget.
What do you think about the seat belt?
We do what?
Seat belts.
Oh, yeah, whatever the transportation
Yeah,
director.
the way buses are made, they're designed, and I don't know if you've been on the new ones yet, but the good thing is, safety-wise, the seats are much higher, so they kind of act as a padding in case there's an accident. The bad news is, many of our kids are so short, the driver can't see them. So they're designed to not have to have seat belts to be safe.
In addition, Section 7 is in this budget also. It's on the consent agenda to be approved tonight. That's in there as a one line item amount in instruction. So after this is approved tonight, I'll send the amounts out tomorrow. They'll send me their budgets in, and I'll disperse that throughout the budget. So one of the big things that we look at when we look at a budget is salary and fringe. I've already mentioned, that we've got it covered, but as you look at the total budget, you can see that this year's total amount for salaries in all funds, not just general fund, we're looking at Fund 1, Fund 2, Fund 310, and a little bit in daycare, is $35,997,000. The total amount of benefits that goes along with that is over $5.8 million. The general fund portion of that is $29,150,000 for salaries, and 3.6, almost 3.7 million in benefits. We look at the next one. We see the general areas where the general fund spends its money. Primarily, we spend our money on instruction. That's what we're in business to do. $28.8 million on that. Student support, instructional staff, and school admin support, we saw at the school level. We see those amounts there, and those all go along with support and instruction. Our plant operation and maintenance, about $6.8 million. Transportation, a little 4.1. Debt service that comes out of the general fund, we do KISTA notes and those kind of things, which is $345,000. We do a match, which is that fund transfer that we do for cats, so that we can get a match, get that money, that money we put in there, and then they give us exactly that amount. Again, you see our contingency is $2 million. Now that's primary focus on the general fund, but if you have any other questions on other areas, I'll try to address.
Questions or comments on the budget?
Glad to see that we're considering the
Just came back from a board of directors meeting with KSBA, and we sat around the table and talked. That was with about 18 school board members from across the state. And I have to say that we are blessed in Floyd County to be doing what we're doing. A lot of other districts are struggling, and we just have an amazing team.
Yeah.
Right there is one of the best finance managers in the state of Kentucky.
No, I agree with you.
So it keeps us out of trouble. Thank you, Matt.
And Mr. Chair, if I can say thank you to the board, one of our goals, and you all made it a goal, is to be fiscally self-efficient. We were always making sure we do that, and Matt and his team are second to none.
Great job. Thank you. We need a motion to approve the budget.
I make a motion.
Motion and a second by Dr. Chandra. Any discussion? Any opposed? So moved. 5D is received the construction manager and architect progress report.
There's nobody here, Mr. Chair, but I told them I would give you just a brief update. The new school's on schedule. Everything's going good. There's always bumps and twists, but we're still a good schedule to be in. Cross your fingers even before the deadline of July 5th. They are pouring foundations at Martin. That's moving a little slow because of the federal, remember the federal government's building this school, and their guidelines and requirements are a little more stringent, and the builder's dealing with that, but it's moving. And the Betsy Lane project, they should be finishing the shoring up in the next week and a half. That earthwork will be done, and that project's going to be going out to bid here in the very near future. So we'll start seeing some buildings going up there in the near future. So lots of good things going on construction-wise. And we're also doing some things internally, like doing libraries in different places. Just lots of good things going on construction-wise.
And we're still financially sound.
Absolutely.
We're not wasting money.
We're not wasting. All about the kids. 5D is to receive that construction manager's report. We did. Do we have a motion?
Make a motion.
I'll second.
Motion is second. Any more discussion? Any opposed? So moved. I would ask the board members to take a look at the consent agenda. Items 6A through 6T. 6A through 6T. See if there's any items we need to pull for discussion. Items 6A through 6T. Anyone have anything they want to pull and talk about? All looks good to me. I need a motion to approve items 6A through 6T.
Make a motion.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Any opposed? So moved. We do need an executive session this evening, briefly. Motion to go, I would make a motion to go into executive session to discuss pending litigation, KRS 61.810. That's a motion. Is there a second to go into executive session? Second by Dr. Chandra. Any opposed? So moved. This will be brief. We need a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
I'll second that one.
We stand adjourned. Thank you.